In this lesson, our objectives are to convert an interest rate to its equivalent rate at a given compounding period, find the present value of general ordinary annuity, and solve problems involving general ordinary annuity. So, ano bang ibig sabihin ng general ordinary annuity? So, ito yung pag-uusapan natin. So, base sa mga nakaraan nating lesson, there are two types of annuity according to payment interval and compounding period. So, yung una ay yung simple annuity at yung pangalawa ay ito ngang si general annuity. So, ulit, yung pagkakaiba ng dalawa is kapag yung payment interval is equal to the compounding period, ang tawag natin doon ay simple annuity. Pero, kapag yung payment interval ay hindi parehas, is not the same with the compounding period, ang tawag natin doon ay general annuity. So, cite for example, monthly payment of a car that is compounded quarterly. So, yung payment interval is you are going to pay monthly. However, the compounding period is quarterly. So, hindi parehas. Yung monthly is hindi parehas sa quarterly. Kaya ang tawag natin doon sa annuity na yon ay general annuity. And kapag dinagdag natin yung term na ordinary, so general ordinary annuity. Kasi meron din tayong yung term doon sa annuity na isa, according to time of payment, meron tayong ordinary annuity saka annuity due. Kapag ordinary annuity, we made the payment at the end of the payment interval. Pero kapag annuity due, yung payment ay nangyayari at the beginning of the payment interval. So ngayon, yung pag-uusapan lang muna natin ay yung general ordinary annuity. Paano ba kukunin yung present value of general ordinary annuity? The present value of general ordinary annuity with regular payments at an interest rate compounded n times after 3 years is P equals R times the quantity of 1 minus the quantity of 1 plus R over N raised to negative NT all over R over N. So, kung mapapansin natin, ito rin yung formula sa pagkuha ng present value ng simple ordinary annuity. So, walang pagkakaiba, parehas lamang. Kaya lamang dito sa general ordinary annuity, kailangan muna nating i-convert yung given rate sa kanyang equivalent rate at the given compounding period. So, yun yung first step. So, katulad ng ginawa natin sa pag-compute ng future value of general ordinary annuity, na yung first step natin is yung conversion process bago natin i-compute yung future value. So, ganun din dito sa present value of general ordinary annuity. So, we have to convert first the given rate. After that is, we are going to compute the present value using this formula. And cite, for example, Ken borrowed an amount of money from Kat. He agrees to pay the principal plus interest by paying 38,973.76 each year for 3 years. How much money did he borrow if interest is 8% compounded quarterly? So, kung titingnan natin, yung payment interval ay annually. So, magbabayad siya at the end of a year. Tapos, yung kanyang compounding period ay quarterly. So, annually and quarterly, hindi parehas. Kaya ito ay general ordinary annuity. So, bago natin gamitin yung formula sa pagkuha ng present value ng general annuity o kaya ay ng simple annuity, ay kailangan muna nating i-convert yung mismong given, which is 8% compounded quarterly, to its equivalent rate compounded annually. So, i-convert muna natin yung 8% compounded quarterly sa equivalent rate niya na compounded annually naman para maging parehas yung payment interval natin at saka yung ating compounding period. So, ano yung formula sa pag-convert ng equivalent rate? So, ito yung formula natin kanina. So, 1 plus r sub 1 over n sub 1 raised to n sub 1 over n sub 2 minus 1. So, ano ba yung r sub 1 natin dito? So, ito yung mismong nasa problem. Ano? So, yung r sub 1 natin is 8%, or in decimal form that is 0.08. And yung n sub 1 is yung corresponding compounding period ng ating r sub 1, which is quarterly. So, since that is quarterly, kaya yung ating n sub 1 ay 4. And then, yung ating n sub 2 is each year. So, since kino-convert natin siya annually, so yun yung ating n sub 2. Annually, each year or yearly. So, yung ating n sub 2 ay 1. So, if we are going to type this in our calculator, yung makukuha po nating sagot ay 0.08243216. So, again, always po na ang gagamitin natin ay hanggang 8 decimal places para mas maging accurate yung makukuha nating sagot. And this was the original problem. So, yung ginawa muna natin kanina is hinanap natin yung equivalent rate ng 8% compounded quarterly to compounded annually, which is, ang nakuha nga natin is 0.08243216. So, compounded annually na ito. So, yung tanong sa problem ay mapapalitan. So, how much money did he borrow if interest is 8% compounded quarterly? That was the original question. Ngayon, pagkatapos nating makonvert, ang magiging tanong na is, how much money did he borrow if interest is 0.08243216 compounded annually? So, kung mapapansin natin, yung ating payment interval, which is each year, ibig sabihin ng each year ay annually, di ba? So, yung ating payment interval at saka yung ating compounding period, which is annually, ay parehas na. So, kapag parehas na yung ating payment interval at saka compounding period, pwede na nating gamitin yung formula ng present value ng simple ordinary annuity. So, parang katulad lang ng ginawa natin kanina doon sa pagkuha naman ng future value ng general ordinary annuity. And now, let us identify the given information about the problem. So, yung ating capital letter R, which is the regular payment, ay 38,973. So, ito yung ating R. At ang ating time ay 3 years. Yung ating interest rate or small letter r ay 8.243216% or in decimal form that is 0.08243216. And yung ating N or compounding frequency ay 1. Bakit? Kasi it is compounded annually. So, yung ating N ay 1. So, yung ating formula sa pagkuha ng simple ordinary annuity or general ordinary annuity ay parehas. Ika nga, so parang yung sa future value kanina. So, parehas lang yung pagkuha ng future value at saka present value ng simple ordinary annuity at saka general ordinary annuity. Yun lang, dito sa general ordinary annuity ay meron niyang extra step. So, yung extra step na yun nga ay yung conversion. So, kapag ipa-plug natin yung mga values sa ating formula, we have here 38,973.76 times the quantity of 1 minus the quantity of 1 plus 0.08243216 all over 1 raised to negative 1 times 3 all over 0.08243216 all over 1. So, kapag tinype po natin ito sa ating calculator, ang makukuha po nating sagot ay 100,000. So, ibig sabihin, yung present value ng kanyang pera is 100,000. So, ito yung amount na kanyang nahiram ni Ken mula kay Kat. Okay, so let's have this another example. Mrs. Remoto would like to buy a television set payable monthly for 6 months, starting at the end of the month. How much is the cost of the TV set if her monthly payment is 3,000 and the interest is 9% compounded semi-annually? So, ang una natin gagawin is to convert 9% compounded semi-annually to its equivalent rate compounded monthly. Kasi yung payment interval natin ay monthly. So, kailangan natin i-convert yung 9% compounded semi-annually sa kanyang equivalent rate monthly. So, paano mag-convert? Again, yung formula natin kanina. We have here 1 plus 0.09. Ito yung ating given rate, original rate na given, which is 9%. All over 2. O, bakit 2? Kasi ito ay semi-annually. So, 2, okay, raised to 2, which is the end sub 1 again, all over 12. O, yun na yung ating monthly. And then, minus 1. So, kapag ito ay tinype natin sa calculator, ang makukuha natin ay 0.00736312, or in percentage form, that is 0.736312. Okay, so ito, yung 9% compounded semi-annually na iyan ay mapapalitan na ng yung na-compute natin na rate, and then yung kanyang compounding period ay hindi na semi-annually, kundi compounded monthly na siya. Kasi nga, kinonvert natin itong 9% compounded semi-annually na ito into compounded monthly. So, yan yung ating formula. Okay, so yung ating regular payment or capital letter R is 3,000 times the quantity of 1 minus the quantity of 1 plus. So, yung R na yan, ito yung ating na-compute na rate, which is 0.00736312. And then, yung N ay yun na yung new compounding period, which is yun nga, si monthly. So, that is 12 raised to negative N times T, which is 12 times, yung T natin ay 6 months. So, yung 6 months ay kailangan nating i-convert into year. And 6 months in year, that is equivalent to 0.05. So, yung T natin, yung time natin ay dapat always in years. And then, all over 0.00736312 divided by 12. So, kapag ito ay kinompute natin or tinype natin sa calculator, ang makukuha nating sagot ay 17,545.08. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung cost ng television set kapag babayaran niya on cash. So, 17,545.08. At hanggang dyan na lang muna. Maraming salamat sa panonood. Sana ay nakatulong itong video na ito sa inyong study. And see you on the next video. Thank you!